8 or 24?
Number 8. 24 was more challenging.
It's Thursday, so that means 3 things. 1, it's a Throwback Thursday. 2, it's a Friday's Eve. And 3, it's time for the 24 podcast. How you guys doing? I'm your host, the product of poverty's environment, the Pope Chuck Paul. Episode 286, Splash Brothers. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Splash Brothers. Off that self-titled album and track by Brooklyn's own Rowdy Rebel and Fetty Luciani. Dropped back in 2023. Decent project, I have to say. You know, I'm not big on Rowdy and Fetty, but Fetty is the rapper out the two. You know what I'm saying? Rowdy, name speaks for itself, you know what I'm saying? I hope you guys enjoyed your week, and I hope you guys are ready for your weekend. Woof, lots of playoff basketball, but we will talk about that come Monday. But first, speaking of basketball, Splash Brothers. One half of the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson. We got to still double back and talk about the aftermath with him and Meg and nobody speaking about the shit no more. Well, some folks are. Some folks doing all these think pieces on whether who's famous, who's more famous or not. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to talk about the one chick from the UK who don't know what the fuck she talking about. But Meg is back on Booze and Booze. That's right. She is back to factory setting. Check her out right here. Taking shots off of porn actress Kaden Cole, I think that is. Okay, but hey, she ain't the only one that's back outside. My man Captain Klay is back on his boat. Check him out.
I'm gonna be back on the high seas. Come on, fellas. Nothing like it. Long time, so the rhythm might not be there, but the passion is always there. God, feels good to be back. Nothing like the ocean, let me tell you. Big Blue. Oh, this is my jam right here, boys. Come on. Oh, yeah. I'm thinking just like, if I see a fat sheep float, I'm pulling the trigger. Easy, you know? I'm not out here trying to...
And remember when I told you somehow Lexi Brown of the Seattle Storm was involved in this somehow? That she was the mystery woman that Klay was stepping out with? Well, Klay never confirmed nor denied it. Meg never confirmed nor denied it. And Lexi is upset. Here's what she got to say.
Me and Klay do know each other because we both play professional basketball. I would have considered him a friend. I do not know Meg the Stallion at all. You know, today, like I'm still the only person that has denied this entire situation of my involvement and claim that this is 100% false. And the fact that I'm still the only one that is defending my name, I have no idea how to process that. And that's the last thing that I'm like struggling to process, is that there's this massive outcry for protecting Black women, and nobody has mentioned Lexi Brown's name in any of those conversations. I wouldn't have minded if either one of them came out and said it, because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are in the relationship. They're the ones that are dealing with this, and they're the ones who are communicating with each other. So one of them if not both of them, know that it was not me. It could come from one of their teams. It could come from somewhere. The truth is over there somewhere. And I was expecting it to reveal itself from that side of it, the side that actually has the issue. Because again, I have no idea what is going on. I have no involvement. I've had no communication at all whatsoever during their relationship. So for them to just allow me to get dragged, for a lot of people to allow me to get dragged through the mud for, I don't know, it seems like 4 days now, knowing 100% what was being said was false, that surely somebody would step in and say, no, this is a lie. Please point your fingers somewhere else, or don't point them at all, but don't point them at Lexi. And by the time the game was over, it had not happened. And, I said, you know what? I'll give it a little bit more time. Surely somebody that knows the truth, and that is almost everybody involved, knows that I was not involved in this situation at all, would surely step in and say something. And it didn't happen. I was getting threats on my life. I was getting threats on my health. My family started getting comments and threats from people. I've had to hire security to travel with me places. So it got to a point where I just was scared for myself.
So damn. So Klay didn't mention her. Meg didn't mention her. But for some reason, Meg's fans are coming at her. So does Meg owe her, maybe not an apology, but hey guys, it got nothing to do with Lexi. Leave her alone. I mean, if she's quote unquote a girl's girl, I mean, why not? But in a sense, nobody owes her anything because Meg nor Klay brought her name into it. So we'll see what happens with that, man. Moving right along. Oh man, it seems like everybody want to beef with Vlad. All of his disgruntled employees or contracted employees. Well, the latest one on the list is Arie Spears. After he's seen that Boosie was getting $25K, he wanted a bump in pay because he was getting about $4,000 or $5,000 per episode. But before I give my opinion, I want you guys to watch Vlad speak on it. This is a 3-minute clip, but he did a whole 1-hour episode about this with DJ Academics interviewing him. Check it out.
Arie Spears. So the $25,000 thing comes out. I'm out with my kids, right? We're doing like an escape room, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
Right? I'm out with my twins. We're doing an escape room, and I'm enjoying my time with my kids. So then I get these text messages from Aries. Yo, Boosie's getting $25,000. We need to renegotiate. And look at these comments. Look at these YouTube comments. I only watch Vlad TV when Aries on. Yo, Aries needs a raise. Aries is my favorite guest. He's the only one I watched. And I said, well, first of all, you just got raised up. You get nowhere near the views of Boosie. Nowhere near the views. Like, Boosie's just a way bigger figure. The shows that Boosie does are massive compared to what Arie Spears does. Like, Boosie on camera is way more entertaining than damn near anybody. Boosie's a force, man. He's an awesome personality. And on top of it, when I told him, the whole thing with Boosie getting paid 25, Boosie was really getting paid 20, but then I figured out a way to get him more money by doing house tours. You see what I'm saying? So it's really 20 plus 5 for the house tour. Yeah. And a lot of times the interview might not make the 20, but the house tour will make some extra money. And overall, it makes money. Me and Aries don't do house tours. And I'm like, fam, you just got raised up. We can't have a conversation based on YouTube comments. He's like, yo, you're not going to convince me what I'm worth. Look at these people. They say they come only for me, and you need to up my salary.
Oh, it's like a hostile takeover, huh?
And if you don't, then maybe we're done.
Oh, wow. Playing like that.
I said, listen, I'm out with my kids, right? I don't have access to my laptop, to the numbers or whatever else. So I get home and I said, yo, now I'm home. Let's have a conversation about the numbers. He said, cool, let's do it. I said, cool, what time works for you? At 5 o'clock. Bet. I change around my schedule. I clear my schedule out. And I'm like, okay, me and Aries are going to have a business conversation at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock rolls around. He doesn't respond. I said, all right, cool. Next morning, maybe around, 10:30, 11 o'clock, I hit him up again. I said, do you still want to have this conversation? You know what he said?
What?
Yeah, at some point. I looked at my phone and I said, I am done with this motherfucker forever. Fuck Arie Spears.
Now, here is what Arie Spears has to say about this situation.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Arie Spears here. Listen, man, I said I wasn't going to address this because I didn't feel like I really needed to. But I'm going to address it because the warrior-like spirit in me that's an Aries, because that's my zodiac, is fighting it. But I'm going to try to be a gentleman about it as much as I can. Apparently, Vlad decided to do an interview where he's taking shots at me and throwing me under the bus. And let me just say for the record, Vlad, you are a coward, a narcissist, and a hypocrite. Because I didn't even really watch the whole video, because what turned me off immediately was he started out by saying, we not friends. You said to me in my face on multiple occasions that we are friends. But now all of a sudden, because I asked you for a bump in pay and that pissed you off, we're not friends. So which is it? Tell the truth. And let me give y'all a little bit of backstory. So basically, I called Vlad and said, look, I feel like I want a little bit of bump in pay because I know my value. You once had Lord Jamar, Godfrey, Tony Yayo, Boosie, and me, all of which many times people said were your best guests. Who's the only one left? Me. Godfrey left, Jamar left, Yayo left, and Boosie left. I'm the last one standing. And when people go, yo, I watched the show because of you, yo, I subscribe to his channel, the moment your interview's over, I unsubscribe.
Now, I agree with Vlad on this. You can't go by comments saying, hey, I only watch because of you, so I should get a bump. Because what if Vlad goes, hey, well, there's more negative comments on your videos than positive. So should I give you less? And folks got to stop pocket watching. But before I even say that, Vlad fucked the game up. Because to be honest with you, it sounds like he was looking out for dudes, giving them money for these interviews, when honestly, he didn't have to. Because his YouTube page has over 6 million subscribers. You're going to get seen off that. You know what I'm saying? When I was doing interviews, although I was never at the level of Vlad, people genuinely wanted to sit down and talk to me. Whether it was the Clips, VJ Ralph McDaniels, Starley, motherfucking Arsonist from Heat Makers, Arie, sneaker designer, like, people genuinely wanted to talk to me. And Vlad is mistaking friendship for business. Because it seems like these guys are looking at Vlad like a lick, like a check. You know, so we'll see what happens. But I also think this is also a work. And what does a work mean? Well, in the wrestling world, a work means it's not real. They're playing us. I think they're working together. You know what I'm saying? But hey, who knows? We shall see. We shall see. Now, moving right along to something a little more serious. My goodness. So, the unsealed indictment of David has been revealed. Obviously, it says unsealed. I didn't get to read all of it yet, but I found a lot of clips and portions from it that I will share, and it is disturbing. But first, David's brother, Caleb, spells his Instagram name all weird and shit too, posted this on IG last week. All pedophiles and rapists should die. Period. Does that mean he wants his brother to die? I don't know. But now let me run down these updates real quick. So, allegedly, David met Celeste Rivas Hernandez when she was only 11 years old in January of 2022. Investigators say the two then began a sexual relationship in November 2023 when Rivas was 13 and David was 18. When her parents found out, they took her phone and David then paid one of her classmates $1,000 to give her a burner phone. After they had an argument via text about David being with other girls, she threatened to expose their relationship. David allegedly sent her an Uber Lyft from her house to his house, where he then stabbed her to death. Now here are the gory details. After stabbing her to death, he placed her body in an inflatable pool so she can bleed out and not get blood on the floor. David allegedly continued to send texts to Celeste's phone to give him an alibi in her murder. He allegedly sent the text while in his Tesla driving to Santa Barbara County to dispose of her belongings. Celeste's U.S. passport was later found by a Caltrans worker off SR 154 in Santa Barbara County on January 17, 2026. He also allegedly used a chainsaw to dismember her. I gotta keep saying allegedly for legal reasons. He allegedly amputated Celeste Rivas Hernandez's left ring and pinky fingers because her ring finger contained a tattoo of his name. Her fingers were never recovered. The singer also allegedly used a fake name, Victoria Mendez, to order the two chainsaws, a body bag, a heavy-duty laundry bag, and a blue inflatable pool from Amazon in addition to a shovel from Home Depot via Postmates. He also purchased a burn cage to dispose of maybe her and her belongings, but obviously they didn't get to use it. There is also video of the Tesla being moved with someone driving it who is light-skinned with long hair. Interesting. And the photographic images that were found in David's phone wasn't of child pornography, but technically it is because it's Celeste in sexual positions and poses and acts with and without David. Whew, that's crazy. But that's not all. Fortnite is offering refunds to players who purchased in-game items related to David. We hear the concern. We have a bunch of changes we're rolling out over time. The first one will be available on Tuesday, April 28th. Then anyone who purchased one of these items will be able to get an immediate self-service refund. And right now, players who request refunds for David's cosmetics via player support can be refunded. Crazy. Also, little known coincidental fact. David was arrested on April 24th. Allegedly, the day he killed Celeste a year ago. Madness, madness, madness. Yeah, man, this is a crazy freaking story. They pushed the start of the trial or preliminary trial, I believe, to May 26th of next month. My goodness, my goodness. Before I let go, Knicks in 6. The game is literally on right now while I'm doing this episode. I'm about to turn over and watch it and edit this episode and get it to you guys by tonight. Well, I mean, you will be watching me say give it to you guys by tonight, and you'll be watching it tonight anyway. But yeah, we will get into some NBA action next week, I promise you. Hopefully the Sixers tie this series up, go to a Game 7, and defeat the Celtics, because I don't want the Celtics winning. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully the Lakers defeat the Rockets tomorrow and don't go into a Game 7, because I don't think the Lakers will win the Game 7 and will become the first team to blow a 3-1 lead. So yeah, like I always say, like, share, subscribe, comment. God is good. God is great. Thank God my paper straight. I am the Poe Chuck Paul. Peace out.